I know there's always going to be comparison, but I'm like, you can kind of tell that they're like trying to be this person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Natalie was trying to be Stassi, but also somehow Sheena.
But no, Kristen too. Like she's like basically like she's the demon spawn of Kristen and Stassi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Except for Sheena, because of the pop career, the whispered pop music that she was singing.
But the thing is that she's actually a better singer than Sheena is.
Well, so am I.
We gonna stir it up and do things our way. So if you wanna move, get out of our way.
Hey, everybody. It's Stassi. Yeah, it's Stassi. No Jordan today. I know. Are you sad? Maybe.
I'm sad.
A little bit.
I'm not sad. You're not sad because this is all actually sabotage. I'm trying to take his place.
Yes, guys, we have Dahlia Bradshaw back from the Bitch Fest.
I'm so happy to be back. I was so excited that you asked me to come on here. I love to fill in. I love to sub.
We love when you come in and sub for us. Our little pinch hitter here coming in.
Yes. I need saving the qualified because I've got experience in food and bev. Do you remember when Craig said that? Did you actually ever work food and bev? So I'm actually uniquely qualified to commentate on this.
I almost think that this is perfect. It's divine intervention that Jordan couldn't be here today for the reboot of Vanderpump Rules, so that at least two former and current bartenders, food service industry people, could be here for this.
This is like us working our very first shift together.
It is. It's Bashert, and look at us.
And look, I brought my drink to the. I'm not gonna sling it on my computer, but just know that I want to.
What kind of drink is that?
It's a skinny lemon drop. I made it for the ladies at the country club today.
Look at you. And what goes into the skinny lemon drop? Tell the listeners out there.
It's well, we did normally I measure them out very meticulously. But it's a little more lax there, so we just take bottles and pour. So it's pre-pouring. Care money there, so it's just.
If you're a skilled bartender, though, you can free pour very accurately. Like,
it's true. I did make it work, and it was delicious. But it's a little agave, lemon, and vodka. And we put triple sec in there.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic, and I earned it after the complications that we went through to try to get on this.
Guys, it took us almost an hour to get
7 devices, 5 Google Chromes.
Yep. You would think it was Mercury retrograde, but it's not anymore. But
I know.
Anyway, but we're not talking astrology. We're actually honest. No, we're not. We're talking new Vanderpump Rules, rebooted. Even Lisa Vanderpump's face has been rebooted. Let's be honest.
But you know what hasn't been rebooted? Her wardrobe.
No,
same wardrobe. She did add a little tie instead of a pussy bow, but still, some things never change.
Yeah, that and her hair and her love of pink. Yeah, exactly.
And talking about sex all the time.
She's got a very weird, very British relationship with sex. Like talking about it, but also like not wanting it. Like
and
wanting
talking
it,
about not wanting it.
Yeah, it's
you know. I won't go too hard on Lisa, but at the end of Lisa's tenure, I was so over it. I was over her. I don't care anymore. Now, I do want to know, because you told me when you asked me to come on here, I didn't know it was going to be the first episode. I usually wait a little while to like catch up on the episodes so I can binge them. But I'm glad that it was the first episode. Except I don't know how I'm going to remember these names. But I will say,
got you.
Maybe I took some of the pressure off Jordan, because notoriously I make bad judgments of shows and characters in the beginning. Every time I'm like, I love them. No, they're awful. So just know that whatever my take is right now, in probably 1 week, it's going to be completely different. So take it with a grain of salt.
I think for me, I was also thinking during the entire show, I was like, you know what? Past is prologue, and they have cast a bunch of people who are somewhat similar to the previous cast members. And also, we've worked with these people before. We haven't worked with these actual people, but there are always
We've
these
worked.
stereotypical type of people, and we know them. And in fact, we've all been those stereotypical type of people too.
100%. I will tell you. Well, actually, the past me, because these are all, one of the girls was talking about her birthday and she was like, I'm turning 22. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, which explains so much because I was getting ready to go in on her and was like, whatever, she's 21, I'll hold back. But like, yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking too. I saw a lot of people, and this is what I was going to ask you, is if you were excited about it coming back, because I've seen mixed reviews, people saying that like, how dare you should have just ended, when also 4 or 5 years ago, maybe not even that long ago, people were like, new cast, mix it up, so I don't think there's pleasing anyone. But that's what I want people to know is like exactly what you're saying of like, we have worked with these people. It's all, every restaurant that you work at is just like this. Like, there's gonna be drama. If that's what y'all are looking for, is just hot people fucking each other, walk into any of your local restaurants because it's all happening. It's all
Any one of them. Your Applebee's. Oh my God. Some of the fast casual places are the worst, actually. Oh, damn. Oh my gosh.
like, now I'm thinking about all my exes that worked for us. I'm like,
let's stop there. Let's just dive in.
Cut the tape.
Yeah. So I want to say this. This was my first impression because I actually did not do too much. I was not like, I just knew it was coming. I was like, okay, it was kind of like a movie that I don't want to read the reviews about or know too much about. I was like, I just want to like go in kind of pure, like I kind of went into Vanderpump originally, kind of pure about it.
Yeah.
I don't think that this cast is as hot as the first edition.
Fair enough. Okay, but can we just get the elephant out of the room? Let's get it out of the way now.
Mm-hmm.
That was peak hotness. Like, they were all so hot.
So
and also, again, like, I was in my 20s when the show was coming out. I'm still working service industry, but I was like working that kind of service industry. Like, everyone's going out and getting wasted, everyone's fucking each other, like that, being in the thick of it. And let me just say, throughout this entire episode, the one thing that I noticed, the through line, everyone is so dysregulated. Everyone is so emotionally dysregulated. Just people crying everywhere, like out drinking, drunk, crying. I'm like, this is what I need. It's gonna scratch an itch, is what I'm saying. Okay,
it is.
It's not gonna compete with season 1, but
no, it's not gonna compete with them. They're not as hot. And one of the reasons I was like, why aren't they as hot? And I was like, it's the social media influencer effect. Because hot people don't have to go work in bars and restaurants as much anymore when they can make their money and their kit on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. So, like, just like that one guy, Chris, I think is it. At first, I missed his name, and I was like, oh, he's just eyebrows bartender. Because you're eyebrows bartender and eyebrows server.
I was thinking he was the Eyebrow Brothers. I was thinking he was from Below Deck the whole time. I was like, he wasn't even good in Below Deck. Why is he here? And then he was like, I've been on a reality dating show. I was like, wait, it was Love Island. Oh, and I think, what was the other
one? Love Island. I don't know. Okay, so he was on two reality TV dating shows.
But it was it was one of those stupid Netflix or whatever where it was all the same people. Justine was there. I'm like, maybe it was Love Is, I don't know, whatever. And I'm just like, y'all, they're recycling these same fucking people. And now I've got him on Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah. No, they're like they're not as hot. But also, as anything, usually people tend to grow on you. You start to think that they look hotter. And also probably after if it lasts 2 more seasons, they will get a bit of a pay bump. Not as much. They don't get paid as much as housewives do.
Right.
They don't even know how to negotiate that well for it either. But they will start to have more money. And again, it's not that you're ugly, it's just that you're poor.
That's it. But you know what? Can I say something about that? Because I was actually thinking there's such a charm about, I'm 35, I'm acting like I'm 60 looking back at my childhood, but like when they're broke and they're just like the mimosas, and they're using the cheap, like they don't have any money and you can tell they're in their shitty apartments. I'm like, that's what made the show so good in the beginning. It's like, I want them to stay just like this, uninvolved, poor, and ugly, slightly ugly.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I saw Kim's apartment and I was kind of like, this is too nice. I need like Kristen and Tom's apartment. I need that scuzzy West Hollywood walk up. Although they can't really afford to live in West Hollywood too.
That's true.
Like, the rent is like crazy. Like, I figured out, I was like, where is this Crunch Gym? I was like, it's not the Crunch in in West Hollywood on Sunset. I know it's not that one. It's not the one in Hollywood on Cole. I was like, which one is it? I was like, I don't think it's the Van Nuys one. It's the one in Burbank. I was like, this is far fucking out there. I was like, this is where most of these servers, I guarantee you, they're living in the valley.
I love the hierarchy of, what are they called? They're not suburbs. What are they called in California? It's like the lore that I have no idea about. But when I hear you talk about it and you throw shade at them, I'm like, oh, Burbank.
Well, actually, no, I like Burbank. In fact, I'm going to Burbank later tonight.
Oh, we like Burbank. Okay, yeah.
We like Burbank. In fact, I like the valley. I like the valley a lot. It's just that it is that lore of like, oh, because a lot of people who live, well, and I live in Hollywood now, but like that whole lore of like, if you, it's the Clueless effect. Like if you live south of Sunset, you're like, blah, like if you live south of Mulholland, blah, like, like if you go to the valley, you watched, we've talked about it on Entourage, like, oh, and that was like, I can't believe we're going to the valley. Like, fuck off. Like half the studios are in the valley. Like most you want to go see celebrities, go to the fucking valley. That's where I see celebrities. I see them at the Studio City Farmers Market on Sundays. Like that's where you go and see celebrities. Yeah. Like don't hang around Beverly Hills. You ain't gonna see anybody. Right. Like no, you go to where people actually live, and most of them live in Studio City and Sherman Oaks. Just in Encino. I'm just saying, because it's a little bit more affordable, get a little bit more space. Yeah. So,
right.
Anyway, but go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, you said something earlier about comparing them to the old cast, and I did write down a couple of them because they're not all, I know there's always going to be comparison, but I'm like, you can kind of tell that they're like trying to be this person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Natalie was trying to be Stassi, but also somehow Sheena.
But no, Kristen too. Like she's like basically like she's the demon spawn of Kristen and Stassi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Except for Sheena, because of the pop career, the whispered pop music that she was singing.
But the thing is that she's actually a better singer than Sheena is.
Well, so am I.
Yeah. Okay.
Relax. Everyone is, but yes, I get what you're saying. I was a little surprised, but just like the singing, like I can't do it.
I mean, look, Lala's a better singer than Sheena,
right? Right. Oh, and speaking of James Kennedy, what's his name? Let me see. Shane Davis.
Oh,
trying to be James Kennedy.
But this is like trying to be James Kennedy, but trying to be Jax. I think most of them are trying to be Jax. Like Marcus is trying to be Jax / Tom.
Heavy trying to be Jax. Enough.
Yeah.
And I hope that I don't go through this and have to defend or sound like I'm defending Jax. So please don't make me do that.
No. I like Venus. He seems fun and messy.
I wrote for him. I was like, who does he remind me of? Dorit. Loki was kind of giving me Dorit. I think it's gonna take a second, but I think I will like him. I like him. Off-putting initially, to be quite honest with you. I don't.
Venus and I have the same hair, so I was like, I already liked him.
Oh, that's very true.
I was like, we're friends already, but like no. I was like, oh. Chris, eyebrows bartender. I was like, you're just a cliche. Like you're just like
and because there's another one just like him on the exact same show,
and you're related.
And they're related. Wait, are they related?
They are. They're half cousins.
Oh God, I missed that. I must have tuned
out. Well, because I had to watch it twice. I always have to watch these shows twice to like.
That was good.
Yeah,
I'm impressed that you can watch this stuff twice. Jesus.
And in one morning, that was a lot. I need a detox.
I can imagine watching it back to back.
But that's why, like, I had to take notes because I had to take notes on their names and everything like that. I was like, okay. The only two I was really pulling out were Venus, Natalie, and Demi. They were the only ones whose names I was remembering. So I was like, okay. But Demi's the manager. Hopefully we get more like I'm going to use manager in quotation marks, like, because she's the TV manager.
Yes. I thought I was not going to like her at first. And then by the end of it, I was like, I think I could come around to it.
I mean, I think like, this is the thing. I would probably be like Demi.
100%.
It's just, that's not saying it was Natalie.
Yeah, I thought it was Natalie when they first introduced her, and she was like, I work harder than everyone, whatever. And I wrote down, I would hire her, but not if I had to work with her, because she's one of those, it's like, she's going to be great for the restaurant. Maybe not her, because eventually it seemed like that was not the case. But initially, like, great for the restaurant, fucking annoying, and like would not want to work with them. She seems like the kind that would try to steal tables and be like, oh, sorry, I was just, they were talking to me.
I worked so hard, I deserve this table. Like, exactly. Like,
Right.
I'm the fastest, I work the hardest, I clean. I'm like, no, you don't.
But you don't. It's one of those that have been there so long that they think they are, and then don't do their job.
Exactly. Just like the other person who doesn't do their job, Marcus, that douchebag.
He was trying to be off-putting.
Yes.
Like, he had to have actively been like, I want to be unlikable.
Completely.
And it worked.
I wrote the server who is the worst and a lazy motherfucker. I was like, he's also mid and kind of looks like a frog.
Mid is generous, and he does look like a frog.
I was like, I know we're not supposed to be talking about people's looks, but I feel like a white man.
Or he's a terrible person. I can't. I told you I'm in my villain era. I don't care anymore. In a month from now, I'm going to be like, Jesus, I could have gone. No, I don't care. I don't care.
No. I mean, look, when you're like, I also know it's television too. Look, this is that night that they're showing, I know that the restaurant is quote unquote closed for filming. So they have a certain amount of people there. But I am also like, I was kind of shocked that like they didn't get that place fucking full for filming.
Right.
Of actually how full it was not for filming.
Right.
And I was like, and then like I know that they are playing it up for the cameras in some sense, but at the same time, to be like that blatant, like, are you really gonna like do it that blatantly? Like, if we
Right.
I was not one to like, I didn't really drink on the job. There were a couple of times when it was more like holidays, when it's like, oh, I have to work on like Thanksgiving Eve or I have to work New Year's Eve. Well, then I'm fucking taking a shot. Like,
oh no,
okay.
I drink on the job. I drink. Because let me tell you something. This is where I start sounding like that girl. Like, they're going to be convinced that I'm the employee that, like, you and Hallie. Yeah, I'm like, I'm better than, bitch. What do you mean? Like, bring someone with higher sales than me, and then now I sound like, I literally did sound like Marcus when he's like, what are they going to do, fire me? I'm like, I've definitely said that before, but you know what? You've said it to you, so now I'm going to jinx myself. I'll relax. But I think that there's also quite a difference between the places that I've worked where I wasn't drinking and the places that were like daytime pub bartenders, not, no, I'm drinking with the lawyers, like we're all doing shots together. But yeah, being in like a fine dining restaurant is a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. And like there's some places that I've worked you couldn't drink. Like you were too busy and you did not have access. Like there was no way that you were going to be able to get a drink while you were working. If you drank while you were working, it's because you snuck in alcohol, and I don't know where you thought you had the time, or you came in drunk because you pre-partied before work.
Been there too. It's been a long time since I work mornings, so I would have to be drunk at like 9:30. So that's a little privilege.
There are people where that's a lifestyle, I
was gonna say, don't rule it out.
No. Well, then we have got Marcus's girlfriend Kim, who is also, I'm gonna just say, she's mid.
Like she, if I had to compare to someone, I was thinking she was the Katie of like dealing with a loser boyfriend and just being shocked over and over again that he's terrible. Like, are we gonna do this all year? It doesn't seem like it, because he said he wants to be single. So and that was 30 minutes into the episode.
Right. And also, like, instead of rage texting, she's just like rage calling, like over and over and over again when they have that fight. And I was like, girl. And then she literally follows him to his house. Yeah. Girl.
I just can't. Any man, but that man,
not worth it. Looks like a fuck. Looks like his eyes are gonna wander off on either side of his head. I mean, they're so far apart. They're looking for other women. Not at you, Kim. Not at you.
At Natalie.
Natalie.
I need to find, I don't know if you'll even be able to see it on camera, but I took pictures throughout this. I'm going to see if I can find the picture, because I was like, this perfectly summarizes Natalie. Here we go. This, can you see it? It's the picture. It's the old picture of them.
Oh, yes.
And she's hanging on the back of him like a koala on a tree. And she's like, why would I want to fuck him?
I don't know because you can't stop
I
talking.
don't know. Because you need validation. I don't know why you would do it. I just know that you would.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
I,
Demi later, I'm calling her Demi like she's Demi Moore. Demi.
Demi.
Demi later on, like it says it perfectly when like she meets up with her at the recording studio and she kind of apologizes on camera or whatever. She's like, look, we're friends. She's friends now. We're friends now. It's okay, whatever. But I would never like basically let her around my boyfriend now. Like
Exactly. And the blonde that I was talking about, what's her name?
Audrey, I think that's what I wrote.
I was going to go in on her, and then I found out she was really young. But she, at the end...
Oh, yeah.
Is her name Audrey?
Or it's Aubrey.
Yeah, Audrey. I wrote Audrey.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she reminds me of a girl I used to work with. And she's like, what is this, the 1900s? Like, let them be friends. Stop. I need you to have a little... She doesn't understand nuance here, okay?
No.
But that pisses me off so much because I worked with a person like that. Her name was Bailey. By the way, still hate her. This is like a 10-year VP. I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to stop hating her. And the name, there's going to be like 700 Bailey. So it could be literally anyone that I've worked with. Mm-hmm. Anyway, she reminds me of her so much, of being like, it's like this, it presents as someone who wants everyone to get along, but it's like, this is a dumb take because everyone can't get along. And for you to live off in like Wonderland, you know, where it's like, guys, why can't we all just be friends? Because that girl's going to fuck my boyfriend. And by the way, not really the problem. It's a boyfriend's problem. I'm fully aware of that. That don't date someone who you can't trust with your fucking girlfriends.
Yeah.
But also, she does trust him with other girls, just not this one, which makes complete sense to me.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. She doesn't trust him with that one. And she doesn't trust her with him. Like, so
Right.
it's like, it's
right.
She's reading the vibes correctly, in my opinion. And then she's being gaslit by a 21-year-old whose nipple falls out in her confessional while she's screaming.
It did fall out. Her nipple did fall out.
It did fall. I guarantee you there's a casting director or and I'm going to use quotations again, a horror movie director, because there was a lot of
that was giving Lala too. Yeah.
It was giving Lala.
Randall.
Who's like hired. Oh, her nipple falls out every time she screams. Hired.
Sold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy as hell.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to see,
she's looking for.
Y'all, if you want to see these like air quotes, make sure you're watching us on YouTube and you're subscribed. And make sure, hey, if you don't want to see our lovely faces, then just make sure you're subscribed on wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, wherever, blah blah blah. So yeah.
But also, it's better because you converted me. You were talking about YouTube Premium, which I am now a subscriber because you were like, it's a non-negotiable, and I can't go back. I've been watching my handsome podcast, and I can't go back to just listening. So beware if you start watching. You're never going to go back.
No. It's basically YouTube Premium is the one streaming service I won't get rid of now. Like Netflix, bye. Hulu, bye. Like always putting shit on pause for a few months until like something else comes up, or like I'm like, fine, we'll do that. I was like, basically, but YouTube, nope. YouTube and Peacock, I'm always paying for.
Exactly. So that's my little advertisement for them to come and watch you because I think it's so much better.
Thank you.
And look how high she is.
I know.
You're not on YouTube. You can't.
You can't see how. Maybe you don't want to see how high.
Yeah, maybe you think she's ugly. Maybe you hate her. Is that it?
It's okay. You can hate watch me too. You can hate watch Dahlia and I, hate watch Jordan and I. I'm totally fine with that.
I love a hate watch, to be honest.
As long as you're watching.
Exactly. It's probably the best way to watch. That's what I was doing through this. That's what every show on Bravo.
Pretty much.
It's all hate watching.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, let's talk about hate because Lisa talks to Natalie about, I'm calling it fight night.
Yes.
Whatever. And again, you know, this is why it's like set up for filming because they have this empty room to take her into, like not taking her back into like the office, which, you know, we know what a restaurant office looks like. It is a closet. It is small. There's no room. There's always 3 people working in there, and there's only room for one.
Yes. That's probably on purpose because all the managers are perverts.
They are. They're gross. I can't tell you how many managers that I worked with who either at the time I knew were gross or afterwards were like, oh, they got fired because they were Yes. Not surprised. Anyway, like I like that they show the security cam footage with all the finger wagging and like the stuff, and they blur out Paolo's face. And I was like, wait a minute. She's 26
Mm-hmm.
and she was dating a 54-year-old?
54. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Ew, indeed. I did
Ew.
that as well. Disgusting.
In any way.
Demi too, which is older. She's
live on the stage. She might be a little bit older. She might be in like her early 30s, maybe, because she has been working at SUR for 8 years.
Sure,
So let's even say that she's 30.
She's only 24 years younger than him instead of 34.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if people thought that Peter was gross, I think that this Paolo guy takes the cake. Like,
show your face, coward.
Peter was always a nice guy, and everybody I know who like has met Peter is like, he's a really sweet man. Like he's kind of awkward. He always struck me as like kind of awkward. Like he's one of those kind of like semi-hot guys who doesn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I still think he gives me the creeps.
Yeah. Because he's just as awkward. Anyway, this is not an invitation for Peter, but anyway, but anyway, but Paolo, I'm just like, oh, I know exactly who you are. That's gross, especially because he just basically hopped. Like as soon as he knew that he had Natalie, he just dropped Demi and just went, And I'm sure that
before there was a crossover.
Oh yeah, there's got to be a crossover. But I'm saying you lay the groundwork beforehand.
Yeah. Right. They were building the foundation.
Exactly. So
so why doesn't he want to be on camera though? I bet he's on season 3. He's going to be in there. It's going to be like a Patrick with Stassi. In the beginning, he didn't want anything to do with it, and then he like pops up like, "Oh, I didn't want to do this." But
either that, or he doesn't want his family to know. And by his family, I mean his wife and children.
His wife, yep, correct. That sounds more feasible, or both. And then he's going to divorce his wife and then go on the show and bang more 20-year-olds.
Exactly. So I mean, look, you and I would not go on this show. I mean, look, there are so many more servers there who we're just seeing a small amount of them who are willing to be on camera. Most of them are not.
Right.
So we're like, absolutely not. We're not going to do that. But,
well, that's what I was thinking with Demi was the one. And it was like it cut to a flashback and it was like, this is Demi. It looked like a fucking not a werewolf, Bigfoot. It looked like a Bigfoot sighting. Like he's like walking like a blurred image, walking across the like. Is that Demi? What? Okay, weird, but yeah, she was there. I guess it's like proof. But she didn't want to be on.
No, also more. Well, that's also probably like they weren't necessarily looking for new cast members at that time. Maybe or they needed to be a certain way or be in with that friend group too.
Right.
Which, by the way, my friend Jessica, friend of the pod, friend of mine for forever, and friend of Bravo's, she sent me a fun TikTok that was talking about casting, and it was this person on TikTok, and I can't remember the TikTok, and I don't feel like taking the time to pull it up. The person was talking about how like casting, like some of the best casts have come from people who are kind of similar astrology signs, like at least sun signs, and like they point to Vanderpump Rules. Like there's a lot of cancers and there's a lot of similarities there and stuff like that. And I was like, this is true. I was like, however, that's really hard to do in casting in general, because like you're trying to find people from all over and you are trying to find a chemistry there with casting. That show, with that group and like with like Summer House, those are already kind of like somewhat core established friend groups and kind of birds of a feather right there. So you've got people who kind of flock together because they have these similarities and because they have these compatible astrological signs like going for them. And then that's what made that work so well. So that's why like shows, I feel like Vanderpump, like Summer House, with these that start around a nucleus of a friend group, always work out kind of well and kind of like boom like that. And I'm hoping with this Vanderpump cast that the nucleus of them are really good friends, because I think it just does feel very like stayed when we're just throwing a bunch of people in together. I mean,
Yes.
Orange County worked out because a lot of those women were friends. Beverly Hills worked out at the beginning because they were friends. Same with New York. And that's why sometimes these reboots haven't worked, because you need a core like nucleus of friends there. So
100%.
sorry, I just went up. But what I meant to do.
No, but I did see a TikTok about I don't know if it's the same person, but they were like, the reason it was so good was because there were so many cancers on there and everyone's just crying all the time.
Exactly. I think it was the same one then. I think it was, because I think they said that. Yeah. But the reason I'm saying that is because Natalie and her list of excuses of why she was allowed to like be bitch that night, it was that Mercury was in retrograde. And I was like, girl, you cannot use Mercury in retrograde as an excuse to be a bad person. I was like, no, man. Astrology is not an excuse.
I literally wrote in the notes, how dare she bring up astrology? Like, how dare you? Don't do that.
You give, like Bon Jovi saying, you gave astrology a bad name.
A bad name. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, don't make me hate one of my own. You know what I mean? Yeah. So maybe true, but shut up. It's annoying. Okay.
The only thing that was valid is if she's right about not getting laid for like 6 months at the end of her relationship, that's a valid excuse.
Sure.
Look,
Paolo, that's who she was at band.
Yeah,
because then she said he was bad in bed later. Which, by the way, can we stop? Like it's very predictable. Lala did the same shit where she talked on and on and on ad nauseum about how Iran was putting it down.
Yeah.
And we had to listen to it and picture it.
Yeah.
I'm being assaulted with intrusive thoughts now about Rand. And then she's like, oh, yeah, he can't fuck. Like, no shit.
Right.
No shit. We all knew that the whole time.
I mean, basically, the only, like, I think I'm okay with people saying that, oh, he was bad in bed, if you haven't been telling me beforehand how great he is in bed.
Right.
Because if you're doing that now, then I don't know what to believe. Because it could be both, it could be whatever, but.
Right. There are people that I've been with that I loved, and then afterwards was like, I can admit, like part of it was the bond that made it so nice, but I wasn't out being like, I'm getting dick down. Like,
exactly. Or you were like hoping it would get better, like as the relationship would go on, like maybe we'd get more in sync and he would, and then you're like, no, it's not out. Great. No, he's actually getting worse.
It's bad, but our souls are fucking. Our souls are fucking. Our souls. Disgusting. I won't make that mistake again.
Nope. No, you will not. Well, let's talk about some more mistakes. Shane, the sober douche, he is a mistake that I would have definitely made.
No!
In my 20s. Yeah.
No.
If that man had looked at me the right way, I would have made a mistake with him for a night. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think any of these guys would have been my like stop. It would probably be the manager, not the one there's no like one on the show, but whoever the manager was, that's probably who I'd have been.
That's true.
He's got a power king.
Well, see, Shane doesn't work there, so I would definitely, because I would be like, because I don't want to shit where I eat necessarily.
I will learn that lesson one day.
One day.
I work by myself now, so that's a crisis averted. But Jesus, that's a good lesson. I'm gonna take that one in.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's a mistake I would have made like 20 years ago.
Totally.
Like I made play. I think
my thing is though different, but not better. Okay,
exactly. That's exactly what it is. In fact, he would have been the best looking mistake I would have made. I made some.
He's cute, I guess.
I made some very ugly mistakes.
Me too, girl. Listen. I love it, the game. Okay.
Yeah, but also like I don't think he would make a pass at me because I'm not crazy either.
Okay, wait. Now that you say that, because he did say something, and I wrote it in my notes. Okay, this is what I have under him. Shane Davis, because they called him by his full name. Wannabe James Kennedy. Had me at succubus because he said something about loving a succubus. I was like, I had an ex call me succubus once, and I was like, I want you back now. I love it. Like thinking of me as this like life draining force that you stand no chance against. Hubba. But then under that, I wrote lost me at the black scent because he does have quite the black scent that he does. And it gets worse progressively in the gym. The gym scene was when I was like, okay, enough.
Yeah. Well, he lost me when he called Natalie unstable but hot. And I was like, I can't.
That too.
I can't with a man like that who likes crazy. No.
Right.
No.
And also, Natalie is that like, I know that I teeter on the edge of Natalie's personality. Okay. This is where I started thinking of like at my worst self, like my probably 25 when I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck about anyone or anything. I didn't care. I would go to jail. This is why I say when my kid asked me what would happen if I didn't have a kid, jail. Prison probably. I promise you. But it's like but it's like close enough to trigger me and be like, hold a mirror up to me where I'm like, God, I hated that part of myself. But then also much, much worse. Like watching her flirt when she was like, stop. And he's like, come on, give me a hug. And she's like, no. And then she does it anyway, like begrudgingly. Like, you're the reason people don't fucking believe me when I say no. And I'm like, no, because they think that you're going to like cave and it's going to be a cute thing. Like, no, I don't want, no, leave me alone. And they think it's like a game. They're like, no, I actually hate you. Please, I hate you.
You're like, no.
It's not cute. It's not cute, Natalie.
Oh. I mean, when they were at the Belmont, okay, first of all, when they were getting ready to go to the Belmont after work, like, first of all, who does that? Even in LA, people don't bring an entire like change of clothes and like makeup and stuff to like go to the Belmont. I'm sorry,
Right.
because they just, no.
Not the vibe.
No. I mean, look, you might bring a small change of clothes or something because you're not going to, but like the outfit that they wear for work, whatever.
Right.
But also sitting on the public restroom floor,
Foul.
it's disgusting.
That's another one of those things you do in your 20s that's just like, God,
No,
couch,
I never did that. No, I'm such a germaphobe when it comes to that. Absolutely not.
I walked barefoot on the street.
Britney Spears.
I swear to God, I was holding them in my hand because I lived close to New Orleans my whole life. And yeah, no, I'm not proud of it. But I remember at the end of the night being like, that was a really risky move.
I mean,
gross.
Actually, probably more risky in New Orleans, but I did that in Las Vegas once because it's so far, everything, and I've been wearing heels. Somebody convinced me to wear heels that night. No, you don't wear heels in Las Vegas. You wear comfortable shoes.
Or New Orleans. Yep, there you go.
Because you're walking so fucking much. Like, no, you wear comfortable shoes. Who gives a fuck about the rest of your outfit? Like, don't just, like, no.
Right.
Because literally, it could be a half a mile from the entrance of the hotel that you're staying in to your actual room, and that's just within the hotel casino.
Right.
It's huge.
Stop for us. Yeah, wear tennis shoes.
Yeah, wear tennis shoes. But
that's what everyone does now. People don't wear the kids aren't wearing. They're wearing jeans to the club. Like, come on. I was wearing jeans, but it was different when I did it. Okay.
You wore black pants and a going out top.
Yeah. That era too.
If you remember wearing black pants and a going out top, please drop a comment. Black pants, going out top.
I was going to make a menopause joke, but I won't.
Thank you. Well, you can because I joke about it all the time too.
I know, but that's not my culture yet.
That's true. It will be your culture one day.
I know. It's looming. I was literally thinking about it today on the way home. I'm not even kidding because I was listening to him talk about it on the podcast. Like, I know that it's like looming in the like that was of Alien where it's like.
All right, well, we got to move on. We got to keep this train moving. I mean, we are having a good time kikiing, but we got to keep the train moving.
And we'll talk.
Yes, exactly. But when they're at the Belmont, okay, First of all, this is when Kim gets mad at Natalie for hanging all over Marcus. But then also we hear about these like good morning texts and like the sending the pictures of the heels and this is where I was like, no, like Kim has a reason to be wary. And I was like, you need to just dump Marcus and not worry about it. But Kim is also, and I wrote this earlier, she is a woman. She's mid. She's also from New York, and that's like her whole personality. And I'm so
sure New York. She's gonna say it 1,000 times.
And this is the thing. If you're from New York, we don't mean this in a bad way, but this is like, but she's in her 20s and from New York. When you're in your 20s and from New York or New Jersey, or I have a new horrible neighbor who lives downstairs from me. He's from Philly, and he doesn't take every time it is like, well, I'm from Philly, and like you LA people, and we're like, we don't even think about you.
Right.
Upset Ari.
It goes away because Gina Kirkin, whatever the fuck from Real Housewives of OC, is still saying that shit. So I don't think so. I'm doubling down.
Double down.
I'm not afraid of y'all. Y'all are a whole continent away.
And I will say this: Texans are just as annoying about this stuff. Being a Texan is
the asshole. You do live in the country, so I just hate I'm just gonna be mean to everyone. Like, what are you gonna do? Talk shit about? We're 50th in everything except obesity and STDs, in which we're first. So you can't offend me. Everyone's going down with this shit.
Yeehaw, Mississippi. But it was like, dump this guy and like live a life out here in Los Angeles. Like, learn what it's like. Like, you've only been out here a couple of years and you've been like with this guy almost the entire time. Like,
I think that's why she's mid. I think it's that effect of like, once you break up with him, you're gonna flourish. You know, he's sucking the life force. He's a succubus.
He is a succubus. The glow up when you dump a mid guy is amazing. Actually, when you dump most men, period.
Any of them. It's redundant. Yeah. No, and also, can we just say, when they said the good morning text thing, a good morning text is diabolical. I don't even send you. I'll send you a voice note, but we're not sending like, good morning. I don't even text my mother good morning.
No, I don't text anybody good morning. Like, the only time somebody gets a good morning text is if I'm just texting them and it happens to be the morning, and I was like, oh, good morning, blah 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 blah.
I have something to say, right? No, I'm not checking in with you first thing in the morning.
No.
Even in a relationship, I don't want, like, why are you texting me?
That's a lot of pressure that I don't need. I can't keep that, because what if I forget one day and all of a sudden, like,
right.
I don't even want them doing that to me. I don't want a good morning text from a man, because if all of a sudden one day it stops, I'm going to start going, oh, he's cheating on me. And it probably is.
And he probably is.
So I don't even want to start.
That's a safe assumption anyway.
Yeah.
He did. I don't know what. This really brought it out in me. I'm like, getting PTSD from them. I'm like, goddamn, fucking restaurant workers cheating.
It's reminding us of bad times. Anyway, the shot when they're all like fighting and they're on the porch of the patio of the Belmont, and the shot of the old guy with the cap and the glasses and the big white mustache just watching all the drama was peak. I was like, that's all of us watching at a show.
Yes, he's the physical manifestation of the audience. Just like lurking. I rewound it too. I watched that part twice. I was like, what's going on? I thought I missed context or something. No, it's just this man standing and staring.
I want to meet the PA who had to run down that man and get him to sign a release and be like, can we use you in the show? Because that shot is genius. And just being like, I don't know what this show is, but sure.
What the hell's going on? Because everyone was breaking down. Like, it really, I mean, they had to have all been drunk anyway, but it reminded me of those nights where, like, you finish a shift, you go out, no one needs to be there, no one's eating all day, no one's wasted, probably on drugs, and then everyone starts fighting, and then they go home and fight until 5 a.m., which also, I don't like how much this show is holding a mirror up to me. I'm like, man, because the guy was like, y'all were up till 5 o'clock. I was like,
I mean, really? Okay, first of all, the fact that like Venus wanted Marcus to take Natalie's side and not Kim's, I was like, what is going on here? I was like, okay, maybe we wouldn't be friends because I don't know what you're talking about. But then the fact that like the next day, Venus goes over to Kim's to like to hang out with her and like talk about this, or quote unquote the next day. I don't know.
Right.
Next day. But and then at the same time, it's intercut with Shane and Marcus working out at Crunch and like talking about the drama from last night. Again, it's like the fact that like they go home, they're both drunk, they're fighting. Don't fight drunk. Go to sleep. And fight in the morning when you're sober. Like, talk about it when you're sober.
Not that easy for someone who has an anxious attachment style.
Well, that's what therapy is for.
I know. I'm like feeling attacked. Like, listen. But I remember, like, there have been so many nights And I have done a lot of therapy since this, but so many nights where like you come and you just want to get to the bottom of it, and it seems like a good idea at the time of like
Yeah.
we're gonna, but he doesn't care. And I also like, I'm not saying he was saying it in a healed way of because that's the thing. I've had 2 exes, both avoided, and one was like dismissive in a way of like, let's just, we'll talk about it later. But he wasn't going to. So then that made me more paranoid going into the next relationship, which in that case, he was like, let's go to bed. Nothing is getting resolved tonight. We're going to sleep on it. But I was in my head, I'm like, we're never going to talk about it. And if we don't resolve it right now, he's going to wake up in the morning and like leave or, whatever. And you think that they're going to break up. It's sickening to talk about because I'm like, who cares? Like from a 30-something-year-old stance versus, being in the moment of it, though, you're just like, but he's going to leave. Like we need to resolve this right now or it's going to be bad, So I get the feeling, but he's right. Like, go sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
It also became a self-fulfilling prophecy, Bethany, because because he was like, let's go to sleep. And you're just like, oh, when you're talking about your ex who would like leave. Well, what did Marcus do? He ends up leaving because he cannot go to sleep and he wants to go to sleep. So it's like if she had just, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it harshly. If she had just shut up and let him go to sleep and let her go to sleep too, just for a few hours, then they could have gotten up and she could have cornered him and been like, we need to talk about this again.
Right.
We need to do this. Also, and I'm not very good. So this is me like in a glass house throwing a stone. But the thing is, they can go away, but if you're still in a relationship, you're going to meet up with them again, and then that's your shot to like talk about it. But I also understand from the point of view of like, because I've been there of like, oh, we're having a good time. I don't want to bring up the thing that we were fighting about and like start a fight, and that's
exactly it.
But that's when I go, well, then I'm in a bad relationship, and I shouldn't be.
And that's the thing. Like it's the mental gymnastics not to reach that conclusion, but and she does know that subconsciously. It's just what you said. He's gaslighting her. So like, you think that she's crazy. And I resonate so much with this too, because I was this way of like, I kept saying like, I don't know. Like, I feel like something's going on. And I knew I was crazy. Like, I'm like, I know that I sound crazy right now, but guess what? He was fucking his employee. He's a restaurant manager who was fucking his server.
There you go.
Who, by the way, can we just trash him while I'm here? While I was bartending downtown, he brought all of his employees, the girl he was fucking included, to sit in my section for my birthday so that they could give me a bunch of money because I was working on my birthday. And she sat in my section and then threw up on the way out the door. I was like, wow, she really can't handle her liquor. She's probably anxious as fuck because she was fucking my man. I found out the next day. Yeah, girl. Yeah.
You found out the next day.
Oh, yeah. Because when I woke up, I was getting ready for bed and I walked to his side of the bed and on the nightstand were her earrings. And I walked over to him and I said, whose are these? And he said, aren't those yours? No. I think I would know if they were mine. That's the kind of gaslighting I'm talking about. Of being like, no, like, so the whole time I feel it, like, I know I'm crazy, but I'm not because I'm like, something's going on. So she's paranoid and she, if she is doing what we say, which is like, wait until tomorrow, what tomorrow was? He's at the gym saying, should we be single? Are the stars aligned? Like, she's not wrong. No, she may be crazy, but it's because he made her that way.
Exactly.
I agree with Kim. Is that her name?
Kim. Justice for Kim.
Yeah.
Kim, I hope you have dumped him already. I hope like your glow up is happening. Like I hope you're in some good therapy with a great therapist who is like, you are not crazy and we're going to work on this anxious attachment style because most likely your exes have put you there.
Yeah.
As well as probably family. But
yeah, and then Marcus can go and be with who he really wants to be with, which is Venus. Yes, because he's clearly in love. They'd be adorable.
They'd be adorable. Well, actually, probably Venus would make Marcus look better.
Totally. Because he starts sucking the life out of Venus.
Yep.
His hair would start being, it would be like frizzy and fried. Like, Venus, what's going on? Like, I don't know.
Venus, don't get with
Marcus. Marcus. It's lizard eyes, chameleon eyes.
Chameleon eyes. Gecko eyes.
Yes.
But then we have, Lisa has her meeting with the different Natalie, the French Natalie, her business
Right.
bout now. And they're talking about the camera footage and of Marcus sneaking, and Marcus and Venus sneaking, and Jason.
Yeah.
Eyebrow cousin.
Other eyebrows. Right. Eyebrow number 2.
Eyebrow number 2.
Eyebrow cousin.
I'm glad that they admit that about the eyebrows. They're like, this is a lot of eyebrows. It's like,
That's a lot of eyebrows.
that they are that they were like sneaking drinks at work, and how like then Lisa was like, we have HR. This is in 2013. We have HR now. I was like, you have HR?
I know. I was really thinking that, and I say that at every job I've ever worked at. I was like, if we had HR,
Yeah.
all my managers would be fucked, but I'd be fucked too. Let's just be.
Wow.
Not anymore. I've aged out of it. I'm too old. I'm like the grumpy old bartender. Like, what do you want? I'm like Jax. Whenever they're like, he's like, what do you want to drink? And they're like, can I get it? And he's like, no, too complicated. Like, what do you want? A bourbon and Coke?
That's what I started to be like towards the end too. I was like,
Yeah.
you want a mojito? No. You can have a vodka soda. Rum and Coke?
I put for Natalie, and I wrote French Natalie, just like you said. French Natalie. French Natalie is such a snitch. OMFG. Dodie first. Now this. Remember that she was the one who wasn't she the one that was snitching on Dodie?
Yeah.
Like, damn, can these people not just live? Mm-hmm. Plus, they're on a show. It feels like she's trying to run a restaurant that's not on a reality show,
Well, she is. She and their other, like Natalie's husband.
Yeah, I forget it.
Yeah. I saw them one day. They were going into Isabel. And I was like, oh, you're not. I was like, you're not eating the wonderful food at Sir? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second, because Lisa is not wrong when she said that WeHo's nightlife has been down at the dumps since COVID. That's 1,000% true. Like Hollywood, West Hollywood, Los Angeles in general, but especially Hollywood, West Hollywood, the nightlife has been terrible. It's just, and when she's like later on in the meeting being like 4 places closed last week, I don't think she's actually being hyperbolic, because like the last place I bartended, it closed this past year. Like lots of places have closed. Sometimes people are like, where do you want to go eat? I go, I don't even know what's open anymore.
Right.
Each of my favorite places is open. I'm not sure. And like, I will say that this was already starting to happen before COVID, and it got accelerated during COVID. And then another thing. But when at the beginning of the episode, when Lisa was talking about her the high expectations for the food at Sir, I was like, well, that's hilarious, because honey bunny, that basically a Cisco truck backs up to your place and like pours out that food. Like this is not this locally sourced, like seasonal, artisanal bread type of place. Like absolutely not. Like I've eaten there once, because it's a place that locals do not go and eat. Tourists go and eat there. And if a local goes and eats there, it's because their friend from out of town wants to go eat there. That is the only reason I have ever eaten at Sir.
I would want to go to Sir with you. But I would know the whole time that it's not going to be good, Yeah, I feel like it's a rite of passage if you're,
If you love Bravo, and you want to go have an incredibly disappointing experience, fine. We can go to
You're selling me on it.
I mean, it's incredibly disappointing. Like we could go to, like I said, we could go to the farmer's market in Studio City, and you can see a whole bunch of celebrities and probably, Brittany Cartwright. Like, what? She'll probably sign you up with Ron Hale.
But like, I can't think of anyone I want to see less than Brittany Cartwright.
Right. Well, we could see a whole bunch of them because they all live in the Valley now. But the thing is that because Sir depends a lot on tourism, like you have really shitty food. Like, so you're not getting locals in there because you have really good food. You depend on tourism, and tourism is down in this country since January 20th, 2025, and especially in Los Angeles. And I live in a touristy area. I've seen it go down. So you're not getting the tourism. People cannot afford to go out as much. So if people food prices go up, costs go up, but also people are getting paid. Like everything. It's very,
Odds are stacked against you.
they are. It is very hard to be a profitable restaurant in Los Angeles. I feel for all of them.
Yeah.
I feel for any brick and mortar store, honestly, in the country,
Yeah.
period, but especially in the large markets. So so when Natalie was like getting all upset, I was like, okay, I feel like this is very much for the cameras. However, it
Correct.
is a relatively real conversation that if you want to like provide a really good experience, your staff needs to be on point. However,
Yeah.
this is not the restaurant that you do this with.
That's my point. Okay. Because I have mixed feelings about this drinking and stuff. I'm talking about drinking at work. I'll drink like an hour before my shift ends, because one time I started a little bit early, like 2 hours, because the regulars want to take shots and shit with you. So you make some, take shots. But the one time I did it a little too early, I was trying to count my drawer and I was like, see, and I'm like, I was like, can't do this anymore. So like there is, I get it, but also there's a huge, because also my degree is in restaurant management. Again, wholly qualified to talk about this. So as far as management, even as a manager, I would look at it and say, like, we got to play to our assets. And so while it is annoying, and I'm sure it's annoying to be around him, and there are limits, right? There's nuance all over this conversation. But if they're coming to see your staff and they're having fun or whatever, it was a thing on Below Deck also, with like the, because what do they call it? The charter guests want to hang out with the staff, and they're like, well, we've got to keep a separation. It's like, a lot of customers, I'm on the front lines, a lot of them don't want that. They want, and it's fine dining. And of course they're on like a mega yacht. So that is kind of, but like you said, this is sir. Yeah. So if they want to just like all get drunk and hang out together, they made $50 that night. Let this bitch drink. Is that a regular? I mean, I know that I get it. Some nights are slower, but still, if I worked at a restaurant, sir, and was making $50,
look, making $50 on a night shift is unacceptable in Los Angeles.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
They get less than a bill at any time of the day. It's like, what was the model? It's like, I don't get out of bed for less than, the number's gone up significantly now. But in my 20s, like, you better make a fucking $100. That being said, in my 20s, there were times when if I made, it was like a certain amount of money, like $30 or whatever. If I make less than this amount of money, I'm drinking it all. Like whatever. It's a wash. It's gone. All we're gonna do is take everything I made tonight and we're going to the bar. Like, which sounds like that's what they did. They went to the whatever the bar was.
I think they go to the Belmont. And I'm almost like, okay, I feel like there's certain places where I also think back to kind of like Coyote Ugly. I think there's always a way of like to like cheat that you're drinking with your customers and not do it, but give them the idea. I think there's always a way to be fun. I'm just not a good employee if I'm
right. And that's probably what Marcus's situation is he probably, in the same way of Jax, is like, you're breaking shit, now we got to burn the ice because you're a dumbass. Like,
exactly.
If you can't handle your liquor, don't drink it. But yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think there's a balance. But I did go back and forth like you with Natalie when she was talking. I was like, this is a lot. I was already mad because she had snitched on Dodie, and then she was crying. I was like, this is a lot. But then I thought exactly what you're saying. It's like, I do work in restaurants and see like across the board, everyone is affected. Food costs, all the things you're talking about. So at that point, I felt empathy in my heart. Was like, try to imagine how she's actually feeling. It's like, she probably has all of her life in this, I could see that.
It's also like people live and die by Yelp reviews, which I find which are sometimes just horrible. Like I to be honest with you, I hate Yelp reviews, even though I sometimes use them to like look at places, but more to get an overall feel. But like, you get a couple of bad Yelp reviews by people who want to be pissed off for whatever reason, and then you have a server who is having a bad day and maybe had a drink or so and is not on their A game. You've just opened up the door for so many things. It's just I don't know.
No, it's I mean, it is a full liability. Like you're right.
Yeah,
I think there are certain people that I wouldn't yell at if they were big on the job. Like whatever. I mean, and that's the whole thing too.
I mean, we could be wrong because this is just the first episode, but it seems like Venus is the one who doesn't really drink very often. He probably handles his shit on the job. Whereas like Marcus doesn't. I mean, this is the thing with the first with original Vanderpump.
Mm-hmm.
Always the very interesting thing, which is maybe we'll go back on Natalie, but we'll see. Kristen Doty, everybody says that Kristen Doty was the best server. They were like, she was the best server. She made the most money. Everybody loved her. She was always on top of her stuff. She basically at her job, like what she actually had to do as a server, never fucked up. That was the thing. Like she always got. Her personal life was a disaster. That part
makes the best server. That's what you have to understand. The like kind of trashy, respectfully, I call him like the trailer park aunt, that's like she smokes cigarettes and like she cusses a lot, but you're like, God, she's so cool and I want to be like her, but she's a little bit trashy, that's my favorite archetype. And that's the server you want, the one that's like out smoking and multitasking. She's like, what do you want? She's slinging shit. Like, yeah, she's got some drama. That's part of it. That's a cost of doing business, baby.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. So that's why I go, maybe Natalie is that good. Except for Kristen never told us how good she was as a server.
Mm-hmm. It's immediately suspicious if you out of the gate are like, I'm the best. I think Demi's the best.
Probably.
There seems to be, I mean, it's very apparent, I feel like there seems to be some competition between the two. But that seems to be the thing. And the fact that Demi is like rising above it and not it's a competition that Demi is winning, but Natalie thinks that she is winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Natalie thinks that she's got all this, she got the man afterwards or whatever, and Demi's like, whatever, unaffected. Demi's playing the long game. I don't even think intentionally, but it pays off. What's her name? Natalie's coming in too hot and too spastic in the first episode.
So spastic.
You can't convince me she's the best.
Oh my gosh, no. Well, let's see. We see a short thing about like the Eyebrow Brothers. That's what I'm just going to call them. Living in Marina Del Rey, which I was like,
who cares?
If you live in Marina Del Rey, like you're spending almost all of your money on gas trying to get to and from West Hollywood. Like
isn't that where Sheena lived? Doesn't she live out there?
Yes, that's where she lived for a while. But okay, the one thing though, I was like, wait a minute. These boys were strippers?
Interested?
Maybe a little bit more.
Honestly, yeah, I respected them a little bit more.
Because they're not hiding it. Because they're like, yeah,
exactly.
Had to make money. Like, and I was like,
their face.
I always think that, like, we need to normalize the fact that, like, making money stripping is an honorable job. No matter
to go to a server.
He did. All of them did.
Yes.
Look, respectable jobs pay nothing.
Right. Be slut.
Yes.
Not the strippers are sluts.
No. But it just like, Vice is more, Vice pays more. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Also, but men don't, male strippers, I don't think they make as much as women strippers because
that's probably true. Yeah. Also, male strippers kind of gross me out.
I do.
Not like from far away. It's like, do your thing, but like, don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
Don't get around me. And I haven't enjoyed it any time I've been around it.
Oh, I don't want body.
Women are more fun to look at. Men are just kind of,
If Jordan was on this, he would be like, he would be stimming on his leg, and his face would be red, and he would not be looking at the camera. He'd be like, "How do I get out of this conversation now?"
I'll stand up and dance on this chair right now. I'm trying to make an impression.
Do you want to demonstrate? Just look, Kristen.
I don't think I could.
Let's get up. You can see this. See, if you're on YouTube, then you could see. Like, this is Chris. And he said, "Go slow." Oh, that's right.
Body roll, rolling in the face. Here's your microphone. I had to make sure I had pants on because I almost didn't wear some. I was like, I had to think about it for a second.
Thank goodness. Well, okay. Yeah. Let's finish it up with the staff SIR meeting, which basically means that
I'm so sorry. Where's a bird? Okay.
It was just my stripper spirit animal coming to visit you.
They flew away. Yeah, the STIR staff meeting. Yes.
The SIR staff meeting with only part of the staff, the staff that's willing to be filmed. And she kicks Marcus out for drinking on the job. So
Lisa has clearly read the 48 Laws of Power because everything that she does, she reads dark psychology for fun. I'm convinced. Over all of her tenure in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she does this like power moves. Like she'll make people come to her house, or like she'll like come sit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so her bringing everyone together is not the most efficient way to do it, unless you know that like shame. I'm going to shame this man. I'm going to bring him in front of everyone and embarrass him, which may be effective for him actually, but
she also knows what's good TV too.
Well, that's true.
She knew what she was doing when she brought Tom and Tom on to be like quote unquote business partners, because she knew that would help extend the show. It gave them something to do. It would also create tension because like, who are these bumbling idiots? Blah blah blah. Like,
fair enough.
She's that's why like when people are like, no, I was like, no, this is a very calculated woman.
100%.
And you can love her or hate her. That doesn't matter. Like, but she is very calculated. Like when Kyle Richards said being
Bobby
friends with
Fischer?
her is like playing chess with Bobby Fischer, she was spot on.
Right.
But
So was Kyle. Let's be
yeah,
clear.
I was about to say, but don't think that Kyle didn't learn a few things from her. Or Big Kathy.
100%. She should have been more prepared to deal with Vanderpump.
She really should have. But I think she's not let that go by since. She's like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Mm-mm.
Right.
Except for Mo.
No. So overall, how did you feel? Did you like it?
I mean, I think like is a strong word. I didn't hate it. It is actually in a lot of ways, I feel about it the way I felt about the first Vanderpump Rules period.
Really?
Of like, I'm intrigued. I'm willing to see where this goes.
Right.
And I do think that there's enough relational drama there to like move forward and stuff. And I also, to be honest with you,
always chaotic.
Yeah. And I am kind of excited to be going back into the restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to get back to like the bare bones, the original.
The premise, yeah, that's what the whole. That's what I don't understand. People, I mean, I get it. I guess I get it, but like, and a lot of people said maybe they should change, the name of the show, like that they should have done a different thing or whatever. But like, no, that was the whole. That was when the show stopped being good on Vanderpump. They should have changed the name of that show. In fact, I think they had talked about that at some point. That maybe that's what like the Valley ended up becoming, because they had but no one was fucking working in the restaurant. It's like, y'all are not fun to watch unless you're, missing shifts and getting fired. And y'all are not, this is not fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want a broke server who's still on the job getting yelled at.
Yes, exactly. And how do you feel? How do you feel about this episode?
I was, every time Bravo comes out with a new show, I'm like, gosh, I'm not watching that. And then I do. But this one, I actually was like, I'm not even going to say that I'm not going to, because I'm at least going to give it a fair shake because of what you said. Like, it's getting back to the bones of what the show was initially about, and I'm excited about that. So it's like, I'll give it a fair chance. And they are all young and dumb enough that I think it'll be, because like Southern Hospitality, that's on. I don't hear people talking about that. It's kind of the same thing. I keep Vanderpump Rules is in that.
I've been saying that too. Like, people wouldn't believe me too. I've been singing its praises on the podcast. I was like, do not sleep on Southern Hospitality. It's like old school Vanderpump Rules. It's so good. And it's interesting because it's in a different place. And I call Leva, we call her LBP because she's Leva Bonaparte.
That's good.
Leva? What?
Do you hate Leva?
No, I like Leva.
Oh.
I actually like Leva.
I don't like her at all.
I like her.
But I don't like Lisa Vanderpump either.
So there we go. See, I don't like Lisa Vanderpump, but I like Levis.
Weird. Interesting. She's just very boring, I think. But yeah, no, I think all of the servers.
I'd rather like a boring person And
Fair enough. Not me. That maybe that's what I should do. I should start doing that. That would probably save me a lot of trouble. Those are the boring. I'm gonna write that down.
I think you should. We need to talk about this more off screen. Well, look, if you like Pretty Corrupt Podcast, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you like and follow us. We are also on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. We're sometimes on Blue Sky. I don't know. I'm pretty bad at that. Also, you can follow Dahlia, Bravo Bitch Fest, or even Bravo Bitch Fest on TikTok.
That's probably the one. Yeah.
Yeah, she does her
or Bitchopedia, my podcast.
Yes, Bitchopedia.
She's a game. I'm back to advertising my podcast. So yeah, that's but Bravo Bitch Fest is probably where most of the content that they're going to want is going to be on TikTok.
Yeah, and where you've seen her too, do her Bethany videos.
Yes. It's time for more Bethany. I did a Ramona recently. That was fun.
That was good. That was a good one.
I want to do more.
Yes.
More drip cameos.
We'll be, and hey, if you want to see more Dahlia, just let us know.
Yeah. Bring me back.
Yeah.
I want to come with you and Jordan.
Ooh, I don't know if Jordan can handle that.
I'll tone it down for him if I need to.
I seriously doubt you can. Nor would I want you to.
We would need HR for that podcast.
Yes,
he could be HR.
No.
It's just him with a gavel every time we say something. He's just like, no. Well, thank you for having me. I really, really enjoyed it. And I love talking shit about Bravo.
Oh, you're welcome. Also, and I should have said this at the beginning, it's my birthday on Saturday. Hello.
I thought you were going to say today. I was going to freak out because we had talked all day and I hadn't said anything. Happy birthday.
Thank you. And I'm sure that some people have already been stopped. But you know what I'm going to do? And I never do this. I'm going to put my Venmo in the description box. And if send me $5 to buy a Starbucks on my birthday, I am all for it because I never asked for anything. And I'm about to move. I've got a big move coming up. And so I could use any help I can get.
I wasn't sure if it was announced yet. I didn't want to say anything.
Well, that's all I'm saying right now. Okay. That I'm moving. So
that's good enough. Yeah. Yeah, send her money. Happy Sagittarius season. Happy birthday.
Sagittarius season.
I've been your favorite Sag, some cash.
I feel weird asking for that, but then I'm at the same time, people do it all the time. So
it's actually on theme because it's gonna be a tip that we're gonna servers for the night.
We are.
That means you gotta give me a tip out.
Yeah. I will tip you out.
I need my cut.
So leave your favorite PCP hosts a little birthday tip.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Aw. Happy
all right.
birthday.
Thank you very much. I love getting old. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It's a privilege, they say.
It is a privilege. I feel it every day in my aching joints. All right, everybody. Don't forget, we will be back. Jordan and I will be back on Monday with the Beverly Hills season 15 or 16. I don't remember which season it is.
It's up there.
It's up there. So it's either 15 or 16. But yeah, new one. Oh, we've got a kitty making his third appearance.
Gizmo.
There he is.
Everyone, goodbye.
Adios.
Okay, love you. Bye.